One of the most visible parts of our student ministry are the programs that happen here. You've probably seen students around our campus. You've probably heard of things like Hume or Lip Sync Battle or maybe even Glow Hockey. These are all things that we do to reach students. But what I need you to hear is that every single program is never about the program. It is always about what the program is supposed to create as far as movement in the lives of students and leaders. At the end of the day, our programs are an intentional place where we bring students alongside of adults, and it's not weird. There's very few places in our world where you can go and hang out with a bunch of teenagers and they don't look at you like you're insane. And in some cases, even get a restraining order filed against you, right? There's a weirdness to just showing up to invest in teenagers in almost any other piece of our world. But when we put a program around the students and the leaders, it creates a safe space for people to connect and to build relationship. It's no secret that every student is different, and so because of that, there's no cookie cutter way of us doing programs. We do all kinds of things to try to reach all kinds of people, but at the end of the day, we are trying to create movement. So if you scroll down or turn the page under the program section, you'll see that there's kind of 4 big types of programs. We have our special events and our camps, and these are our big outreach things. So our Glow Hockeys, our Lip Sync Battles, our Hume Lakes, our Shaver Lakes, our fall camps. These are our big outreach pieces where we say, hey, we don't care who you are, come get to know us, build a relationship with us, and see where God takes it. Then we've got our Wednesday nights, which are still kind of outreachy, but they're more focused on taking students to the next level, right? Getting to know leaders more intentionally, getting to know each other more intentionally. It's not just a one-time thing, it's a weekly thing. We hope that Wednesday night outreach and the way we do that eventually turns into Sunday morning discipleship, where we're teaching more. It's a more intentional approach and walking through the scriptures and seeing what God has for us and doing more discipleship that way. And ultimately trying to connect students to the broader church, to different teams around our church, to different mission opportunities so that one day they are equipped to go and make disciples of all nations. Now, you'll see that funnel shape. It doesn't always work like that. That's the textbook way, and you and I know that things are rarely ever textbook. So students can jump in at any point of that funnel, and they can kind of bounce back and forth between what actually ministers to them well. But the point is that doing a bunch of different programs reaches a bunch of different types of students so that we can spread our reach as wide as possible, and we can show up and love people well right where they are at. But every program has a means to an end. And as a leader, our role at the program is to leverage our involvement at the program to connect with students. So as leaders, we don't just show up as warm bodies. We leverage our time, our hour and 45 minutes on Wednesday night, our hour on a Sunday, our weekend at camp. We leverage this time to build relationship. And there's key ways to do that. As leaders, we ask you arrive early and stay late. If you show up when the countdown timer hits 0 and leave right after, you're going to find that you're missing all the unstructured time with students, and that's where some of the best relational pieces happen. So on leaders, right now in our current structure, we ask you to show up at 5:30 on Wednesday so that you can be here from 5:30 to 6, just playing basketball and eating pizza and hanging out and connecting with students in a very unstructured way. If you show up at 6 o'clock, you'll be here for the program, but you're not going to get as much out of it as far as relationship as you would have should you be here early to connect with our students. We ask that leaders also initiate. You're the leader. Jesus initiated relationship with us. We need to initiate relationship with students. His expectation wasn't that we go to him, he came to us. So in student ministry, we go to students. We don't expect them to come to us. So show up and pursue the students. Ask them, hey, do you want to play basketball? Do you want me to beat you at ping pong? Do you want to have a slice of pizza? Can I buy you a slice of pizza? Let's go out. Everything that we do, all the game tables, all the things outside, the skate rails and the basketball hoop and the games, all of that is meant to be a place where you can relationally connect with students. That we don't have an air hockey table because I like air hockey. We don't have a pool table because I like pool. In fact, I suck at pool. We have these things because the point is for relationship to form around these things. So feel free to leverage them as much as you are able to. And in addition, anything that's portable, like our volleyball nets and our cornholes and our spike balls, if you're gonna do something off campus and you wanna bring those with you so that you can leverage those to build relationship, they are yours for the taking. All you gotta do is reach out to a member of our team and we'll coordinate you coming to pick it up and just bring it back when you're done. Everything we have here is for you to leverage to build relationship, and we're happy to send it with you. You don't have to do it here. In addition to pursuing students, one of the things we gotta do as leaders is have a good follow-up plan. One of the key things we do is remember names. When you see someone that you have seen before, remember their name and call them by their name if you're able to remember it. Initiate again and then invite them into a deeper relationship with you. Like, hey, tell me your story. Hey, let's go get coffee after this. Hey, can I take you to In-N-Out? Can I take the whole small group to In-N-Out? Whatever it looks like, try to initiate with students. In addition, we create other programs like our camps to help you build relationship. There's a little bit of a overview towards the end of this section, but what you'll see is that we do different things different ways. Now, I want to highlight one thing really quickly, and that is our weekend experiences. Right now, those are Shaver Lake and Fall Camp and Hume Lake for high school and Hume Lake for junior high. And the reason we do these, and we do 4 different camps a year, is because they say that one weekend at a camp is relationally equal to 6 to 8 months of weekly small group meetings. So what that means is you could show up for 8 months of small group meeting, which is pretty much one ministry year, and build relationship to the same extent as you would if you just spent one weekend with students at camp. And so the time investment goes a really long way when we take just an extended focused weekend. That compounding effect of being together and living together and cooking together and doing life together builds relationships so much more quickly than your 45 minutes in life group every week. So we encourage leaders, leverage those weekends. We do them for you to build those relationships in a meaningful and purposeful way. And of course, real relationship doesn't stay contained to the walls of the church. If and as you are able to, invite students outside of the walls. There's a ton of opportunities, tons of ideas to do things weekly, quarterly, yearly, for you to pour into students. But at the end of the day, remember, we're going for real, authentic relationship, and that means students need to be invited into a real and authentic life. You can read more about partnering with parents. Our ministry does as much as we can to do that, but this is definitely still a growing edge for us, so I don't want to spend too much time. But as much as you're able to get to know parents of your students, that goes a long, long, long way. And we're going to try to create opportunities for you to overlap with those parents in a way where everyone's already here on a Wednesday night or a Sunday morning, but more to come on that. Well, that's it for this section. We're going to transition into kind of the ending pages of this training manual and talking about what excellent leaders do and some of the processes and procedures of our leadership. So stay tuned.